So today we are going to discuss the various identification points regarding the histology slide of the tongue. So this is the photomicrograph of the tongue taken under the 4x lens. Okay. So on the top aspect you can see this type of structure, that is the epithelium that is situated onto the dorsal aspect of the tongue. Okay. And this epithelium is non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium. Now below you can see this type of epithelium. Okay, so this is situated onto the ventral aspect. This epithelium is again of the non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium, and onto the epithelium you will see the papillae. Okay, but this papillae is only seen onto the dorsal aspect, while onto the ventral aspect there is no papillae is seen. So that you have to remember that papillae is always seen onto the dorsal aspect of the tongue. Underneath the epithelium you will find this layer of the loose connective tissue that is termed as the lamina propria. Now underneath the lamina propria, here in this layer you will find the arrangement of the striated muscle, okay, in the longitudinal, horizontal as well as the oblique direction of the fibers is seen in this skeletal muscle layer. Within the layer of the skeletal muscle you will find the vessel, blood vessel. Okay, here you can see the various blood vessels. Okay, so this is the image under the 4x lens. Next one again the image under the 4x, but here you can say the difference. The thickness is somewhat less as compared to the slide we have seen previously. Okay, so this is, you can say, this is somewhat the anterior portion of the tongue as far as the previous slide is concerned, which was the posterior aspect, posterior portion. Again you can see onto the top the epithelium of the dorsal aspect of the tongue, which is of the non-keratinized stratified squamous type of the epithelium. On the bottom you can mark this epithelium which is situated onto the ventral aspect of the tongue, which is again of the non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium. Underneath the epithelium you will find the layer of loose connective tissue termed as the lamina propria, underneath which you can look at the skeletal muscle layer which is running in the different directions. Okay, and within the skeletal muscle you will find the blood vessels. Okay, here you can see this is the blood vessel. Next we are moving the photomicrograph underneath the 10x. Okay, so again you can see the dorsal epithelium here, which is of the non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium. And in this epithelium you can see the various types of the papillae, the papillary projection. First you can see this is the conical type of the projection of the lamina propria under the epithelium, and this is termed as the filiform papillae. Okay, which is not having the taste buds. This is just to fill the gap and to increase the increase the friction between the food as well as the tongue surface. And the tip of this filiform papillae, that is having the keratinization here. Now this is the fungiform papillae, that is mushroom shaped area onto the epithelium. Okay, so this is the fungiform papillae. Now on this fungiform papillae, onto the top surface here you will find the taste buds. Okay, and underneath the epithelium the layer of the loose connective tissue, that is the lamina propria, underneath which you will find the varying directions of the skeletal muscle fibers. Okay, you can see this is the one type of direction. Okay, and another type of direction of the fibers of the skeletal muscle is here. Okay, so this is the image under the 10x. Now again the image under the 10x photomicrograph, you can see that this is the blood vessel in between the skeletal muscle fibers. Okay. This is the lamina propria, and remember this is the ventral aspect of the epithelium, so you will not find the papillae here. So this is the ventral epithelium of the tongue, which is lined by the non-keratinized stratified squamous type of the epithelium. Okay. Next one, that is the photomicrograph under the 40x lens, and to show the particularly one and only thing, that is the filiform papillae, the conical projection of the lamina propria underneath the epithelium. This is seen onto the dorsal aspect of the tongue, particularly into the anterior 2/3 of the tongue. So this is the filiform papillae, okay? And here you can see the keratinization of the tip of that epithelium. Next one, that is the same image under the 40x, but here you can see the papillae is different. Okay, this is the fungiform papillae. Normally they are situated in closer relation with the filiform papillae. So here you can see this is the filiform papillae, and this one is the fungiform papillae, that is the mushroom shaped, okay, projection underneath the epithelium by the lamina propria. Okay. On the top surface you will see the test buds. Next one, that is the image under the thorax. Now you can see this is the epithelium with the papillae. Okay. So this must be the dorsal aspect. Okay. And here you can see this papillae, that is known as the circumvallate papillae. You can see the shape. Okay, circumvallate papillae. This is the circumvallate papillae. Underneath you will find the lamina propria, okay, as well as the muscle there. Next one, the larger image of the circumvallate papillae under the 10x. Okay, this is the circumvallate papillae, and onto the top surface you will find the secondary papillae, also small papillae. Okay, just opposite to the top surface you will find this secondary type of the papillae here. Onto the lateral aspect you will find this groove or the trench, which is separating this circumvallate papillae from the rest of the epithelium. Okay, so this is termed as the groove or the trench. Now onto the lateral wall of this circumvallate papillae you will find the test buds. Okay. Next we are seeing the image under the 4x lens of the circumvallate papillae. So this is the some part of the circumvallate papillae. Specifically this is the basal portion of the circumvallate papillae. Okay, so this is the basal portion of the circumvallate papillae. Here you can mark out this is the trench or the groove. Okay, now onto the base of the groove. Okay, you will find the openings of the serous gland, one Ibner serous gland here. Okay, at the base, and onto the wall of this circumvallate papillae you can locate the pale staining areas. Okay, this is representing the test buds onto the wall. Okay, you have to remember that test buds are absent onto the filiform papillae, and they are present onto the fungiform, circumvallate, as well as the foliate papillae. But foliate papillae, they are not normally present in the human because of their rudimentary nature in the human. Okay, so this is something regarding the identification points of the histological aspect of the tongue. Thank you very much for listening the audio and watching the video. Thank you. And this is one remaining slide that I forgot to mention. This is the image under the 4x lens. Okay, you can see the skeletal muscle here, the varying direction of the skeletal muscle here, and in between the muscle fibers you can see here, this is the mucus acini. Okay, lightly stained area that is representing the mucus acini. Okay, so once again thank you very much for slides.